So it's starting to get a little dark out, but wanted to test Mr. Hudson's here endurance to see how well he can actually hold on to his excitement when trying to pull for an extended period of time, or since he's been walking so well recently, we'll just kind of see how much energy he has before he starts to really slow down on his own. So it'll be a good gauge to see how much exercise he may need on a daily basis before being left alone or something. And also what would help too with him and his walking behaviors, to see how much work he would actually need to get him tired enough to stop pulling to get to everywhere, because he's just so tired and he doesn't want to continue forcing the pace anymore. So it'll be also a really good exercise because it will create a force follow situation for him, whereas hence he's usually like up front controlling the pace of the walk. It will end up going back and forth a good bit, just depending on how distracted he gets. But then when he gets distracted and I keep going, that leash pressure is going to force him to catch up and to keep focused and keep pace with me. So it'll help to also recondition his leash behavior, since he's so used to kind of pulling and leading the way. It'll make for a really interesting dynamic in his walk, since he now will have to hopefully do his best to struggle to keep up. So I'll just be keeping track of the distance on the app here, and I'll post that at the end, just so that way it's not a super long video. We'll do a time lapse and speed everything up until the very end. Alright, so we're gonna pause for a minute. It gets so dark out so early, and he is black. So I'm gonna grab my headlamp to see if that helps. Okay, hopefully that will be much better. We keep going. Alright, so it's been a good bit of time. I'm going to check to see how we're all doing on the stats here. So we're about 1.69 miles, which isn't too bad. No average speed because it's been very up and down. And we'll see what his walking behavior is like here. Oh, there we go. Average speed 3.7 miles per hour. Go ahead and do a regular walk now. See how his walking behavior is. He was already doing pretty well before anyways. Now, good boy. Letting him smell and stuff. You'll have to excuse the whirring sounds. It'll be the motors on the moonwalkers spooling up. That's how I'm able to keep up with him. I'll go ahead and continue carrying on here. See if he needed a bathroom break or not. So even with these, at his fast walk speed, I can keep up without any problems. I think it's dark and cold enough out that there isn't really anybody else out right now walking their pups for the most part. Okay. Just interested in the sound of the kids there playing. And now I can kind of slow down with him. Hi. Okay. Okay. And as soon as he picks up again, we'll pick up as well. Luckily, it's a little bit quieter on these side streets, so I don't have to worry too much about cars. But the headlamp will definitely make things a lot safer for both of us. Oh, look at the cute little one. What do you think, big guy? He's interested in the other pup. We're gonna go ahead and power through. You can kind of see, instead of trying to just peel him away or get his attention, me just continuing on forward kind of forces that focus follow. So he has to keep up with me. Be careful here in this intersection. All right. Oh, there's another pup. Hi, how you doing? Come on, big guy. Good boy. All right, so once again, he wants to go back. But he has to pay attention to where we're going in front. Try to pull off to the side. The leash pressure and my momentum carried him back forward. This doesn't seem to be a very uncomfortable pace for him either, which gives you a very clear indication of how awkward it must be for him to try to walk as slow as we do most of the time. Probably been at like maybe 50 to 75% speed most of the time, with like short bursts of 100% speed. Yeah, the leash is nice and loose for the most part though. I've only had to catch him up a couple of times and pull him away from distractions a couple of times as well, like in those instances when there's pups and stuff. And it's pretty normal. He didn't have any severe overreactions to or anything, which is good. Just gotta be careful as he keeps crossing back and forth in front of me. Good boy. How you doing over there, bud? Huh? Walk at a normal speed for a bit. These yards don't want pups in them, so try to fast forward here up to the next spot. And that one also doesn't want pups there. That one also would not like pups. It's hard to find a bathroom even as a dog. There's little bits of like open area here that are public. At least it's not as bad as DC. Remember, we had a client there once. I had to walk almost a block or two just to finally get to some grass. Good boy, good potty. I wish we were recording at regular speed in the beginning, because he got excited when we started moving quickly and went to play with the leash, and the new metal leash definitely discouraged that pretty easily on its own. This is good. Like I said, though, we're still gonna work on it, but it usually makes things a lot easier and less frustrating when you get to kind of control those engagements on your own time, right? Have the necessary tools and plan and patience that you would need for such an exercise, as opposed to trying to do something like walk somewhere when you might have limited time or something like that, and kind of be forced into that situation. It can definitely be unpleasant. So found a good solution around it for now, but definitely we'll need to kind of go back to work on it again. So you still got some good pep in his step here. Probably closing in around 2 miles now. And some pups are just built differently. Younger pups will always have more energy than older pups. Huskies, for example, are designed pretty much for endurance. And sometimes they seem to have a lot of energy at first, but then, like sprinters, they kind of just wear out a lot sooner. Oh, I got a leaf on me. Oh, all right. It's a good experiment to do before bedtime as well. Already had his sessions for today and he did really well, but a lot of them kind of more so worked on him controlling himself and not so much on him getting out that energy and excitement. So he's definitely pretty easy to redirect. He's not pulling as hard or as suddenly or as strong as before at all. That's all really good. I think this is pretty successful for now. It's getting pretty breezy and cold out, and I think it's a good beginning margin for him. Hopefully one day when we have some more time during the day, we'll try for a longer run to see really what that end point for him could be, if there's one even there. For most pups, they get there eventually. Even the most hyper and active puppies, you get to that limit when they just run out of energy and get tired on their own, just like everybody else. Just takes longer for them for the most part. He's walking pretty good though. Going downhill now. I say this is definitely more of his comfortable walking pace here. Starting to hit up a little bit of run speed. There we go. Good boy. It's good to see him more responsive to the leash pressure now. All right, we'll go ahead and pause the video here. He definitely has a good amount of endurance, that's for sure, but he's a lot calmer now. Good boy. Hudson. Good boy. That's it. Good job.